Well, welcome to the Glass Studio. This is Jeanne Gomm and Wisdom Wednesdays. I know you've been looking forward to this. Well, today we've got some fun things to talk about and then some serious things to talk about. So first of all, I want to tell you the story. So there was a mom and her son who came to the stained glass studio, and she was working on a project. Now, we don't usually like to have students under the age of about 12 come into the studio. Not because we don't like them, we love them, but that's why we don't want to have them, is because we love them. So many times they don't follow the rules, or they get excited about things, and so they hurt themselves. So this mom and her son were here, and he was just watching. And so I thought, okay, this is cool. It's all right. He's just going to watch his mom. That was fine. So he was watching her, and she was soldering. So she had the soldering iron out, and she was soldering along, and he was just sitting next to her, and it was fine. Suddenly, she lifted up the iron as he was reaching over. Whop! It just burned him right there. And oh my goodness, that poor child. He was screaming and he was crying, and I thought, okay, I've got to do something here. And so I grabbed the lavender oil, and I just took off the top and grabbed his arm, and I doused him with it. I mean, I just went over his arm, and I just, brrr. I mean, he was swimming in it by the time I was finished. But you know what? After I put it on him, he just kind of went, oh. From screaming to, oh. And I thought, wow, I didn't realize that this worked, but this was really amazing. And a child's not going to fake it. They're not going to pretend, and so it really worked. So I thought this was a good thing for us to know, not only in the studio, but in the kitchen, in places where you might get burned. Just put a little bit of lavender oil. And we did have a student the other day that got burnt on her finger. She touched the solder, which is also hot. You have to be careful when you're touching the solder, or even this, the stand. So it wasn't bad, but I put some on her, and it took a few minutes for her. But it did. After a while, she stopped thinking about it and went ahead and could finish her project. Because you know what? When you burn yourself or hurt yourself or cut yourself, then the rest of the class is just, you may as well go home.
Yeah, it's no fun anymore, is it?
It's no fun anymore. And so, but she was able to think, okay, yeah, I'm all right. We, put some of this on, put a Band-Aid over it. She kind of forgot about it after a few minutes. But that little boy, that was dramatic. And so have some oil, and we're not saying that one is better than the other. We're just get some lavender oil. If you know of a company that you like in particular, get theirs, and that's fine. There's plenty of places to find it, and even at the health food store, even at Walgreens or drugstores, you can
that's where that bottle came from, was Walgreens.
So so we're not saying one is better than the other. We're just saying get yourself some and put it in the studio.
Well, Jeannie, I feel like lavender oil is the very best product that we've ever found for burns. We've heard stories and, from different people who have different ulterior motives for getting you to buy lavender oil, but their stories are actually, that's what led us to try it, isn't it?
And we wouldn't have known had we not had the opportunity to try it for ourselves. And we were so glad that we had something to help.
Didn't some kid get a bee sting before his mom brought him with her?
Oh, bee stings. You can use them for bee stings. Yeah, that's right. Well, we do sell it here. It's turning into a commercial, sorry. But I just wanted to let you know, sometimes, if you want some for your stained glass studio, you can get it from us. And we do sell the lavender oil. And that brings us to another story. So, you might think that David and I have a very blissfully, happy relationship, and we just love each other all the time, which is true. But every
But
once in a
David's in the
while,
mix.
but every once in a while we get irritated at each other. And so there was one of those days, okay? Sorry to burst your bubble. We have a day once in a while like that. And so I was out here helping him with some glass project that he had going, and he was kind of irritating me. And so I said, you know what? I'm going away. I'm going to do something else. I will see you later. And he went, uh-oh, because he really needed my help. And so while I, went off and cooled down a little bit, he had this idea. He says, I was kind of into aromatherapy and stuff, and so I had a diffuser, and he knew that. So he went and got my diffuser, brought it out here, put a little bit of orange oil in. And he got, aromatherapy going in the studio and stuff, and called me back, apologized. That was very nice of him. And so I came in and thought, it smells really good in here. It kind of gave a calming feeling in the studio, just the orange oil scent. And so I think I will give the credit to David. He came up with the idea that I think, wait a second, this is oil. We cut with oil. Oh my goodness, and the light bulb came on, and he thought, I am going to make a special oil, and it had to be diluted because regular oil was too gummy for the cutter.
Yeah, we learned that after 2 weeks when the wheels quit rolling.
Yeah, see, you learn things from your mistakes. And so after he had his special recipe and stuff, we found that we could cut with orange oil. Well, you know what we used before? Kerosene. Stinky, gross smelling kerosene. Now, if it happens to spill or something, you get it on your hands, we just rub it in.
It's kind of a pleasure.
It's awesome. And so that's another thing that we do sell is orange cutting oil. So we just wanted to let you know some fun things that not only do we sell windows and teach classes, but we also have a few products that you might be interested in. So have a wonderful Wednesday, and we'll see you next time in the glass studio.